morning, everyone. Well, we have a special guest here. This is someone that has a big history in the Calumet area, and she's come back to visit. She's been staying at the Oak Street Inn, and she's a very valuable person because she remembers a lot. So, if you don't mind, can you tell us your name and a little
I'm
bit about yourself?
I'm Judith DeMars Savala. I'm 88, and I left here in 1955 and
Wow.
went to Detroit.
So, can you tell us what you remember about this area, this building here, and the train station and the church?
This building, I remember coming here because my grandmother lived on East Cone Street, and we came here to buy candy.
Right.
And then the train station, my cousins from Chicago came up every summer, and my dad would pick them up and take them to whatever place she had rented for the season. And one of the reasons my aunt came up from Chicago with her 5 kids was because of polio. She wanted to get them out of the city.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that dates that. And we went to St. Joe's Church. French Church first, because we're French.
Uh huh.
And then we went to French Church. You know why? Because they had 11 o'clock Mass.
Right.
And then after all that closed, I remember my dad worked on it, cleaning it at one time. They thought they could get it fired up, but there weren't enough French people anymore to sustain the church.
Okay.
Okay, so we went to St. Joe's, which was my grandma Puhak's church. She's Sylvanian. Came over here and settled and married. He was a widower. He had 4 kids. They had 4 kids. And they're the ones that lived on East Cone Street.
Right.
Okay, where else? And
So, did you attend St. Paul Church over here?
no, mostly St. Anne's. When I left,
Okay.
St. Anne's was still functioning.
Right. And now it's the Heritage Center.
Heritage Center, and they did a beautiful job cleaning it up because I was in it when it was that guy was using it for junk. He was selling resale or whatever.
Right.
And the basement was spooky. That's what I remember about that. And I went down there and they had the Kivana Symphony played a concert down in the basement. I was so amazed. And now they're using it for events.
Right.
They really cleaned it up.
Well, that's what we're trying to do around
Yeah,
here, right?
yeah.
We're cleaning up the depot.
Yep.
That's our big project, and
Did you roof it?
well, we haven't roofed it yet. The roof is in desperate straits, but we did.
Looks like tar.
Well, we did some patching to keep. It's not leaking inside anymore, but
Okay.
the whole roof and the eaves and the cupola and everything have to be rebuilt from scratch, which we're working on.
I don't know. Well, I remember the train tracks. Because we used to walk them. We lived in Red Jacket Shaft location. And we used to walk, come and when we went to my grandmother's, we used to walk the tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
So, did you ride the train?
Oh, yes, I rode the train to Chicago because that's where the relatives were. And I came back on the train from Chicago.
And was it a steam engine at the time?
Yes, it's the one that, well, that's not the one that's down at Greenfield Village. That's a Torch Lake. That came from C&H.
Right.
And I remember when it came in, we were driving around down Detroit, and it was on a train. And my dad was with us, Francis DeMars, and he said, "That's the train," because it was brought to Greenfield Village. So I went to Greenfield Village because they put it in the roundhouse and got it rolling. They found some guys that could still drive this train, and we did go for a ride
Wow.
with the old train around Greenfield Village.
That is
I
very
think it's
cool.
parked now. I haven't been to the village for about 5 years.
I think they still run it, but
Yeah.
I'd sure like to go see it myself.
Right. Yeah. Well, Greenfield Village is iconic. Yeah.
So, what are your feelings about Calumet today, now that you've come back to visit?
Oh, I love it. I love that they've maintained it. I love that they are fixing up the buildings. Mad that they did destroy some. And the trim that's on top of these buildings, that's very iconic. You don't see that. And I've done walking tours here, even though I grew up here with the DNR, and I never paid any attention to the advertising on the building walls.
Right.
That's one of them.
Yeah, the whole town was filled with that sort of thing. A lot of
Right, that's how
signage.
they advertised.
Right.
So,
Well, I'm very happy to hear that you're pleased. A lot of people have put a great deal of effort into saving this town, and
because
And
last
it's-
year we were here and somebody was on the corner, I don't know his name, was fixing up one of the buildings and I passed it. It's empty, but it's absolutely done well.
right.
It's on 5th Street.
If you build it, they will come.
Oh,
right.
okay.
And
I
that's
guess
what we
so.
want. We want happy tourists, and it's a wonderful industry. Helps us preserve our history, and we very much like sharing this little village with people. And this is a unique place, right?
I noticed there's not a lot of houses for sale.
Well, when they do come for sale, people buying them immediately. It's the worm has turned in Calumet Village. Uh, just not too long ago, it was kind of dead, but now we're making real progress, and yeah,
And where I gone, like we were at a restaurant, and I look at the license plates, they're from all over.
we have people from all over the world. 25 years of running the Oak Street Inn, we've had people from all over the world stay here. It's that's probably the most rewarding thing of doing this business, is meeting people. And I must say it's kind of an easy job, because my guests are just happy, not just because they like staying at the inn, but just everything around here is just fun, and
Well, you don't see
makes
this.
my job easy.
You don't see this when you go to tourist sites, you know, that are heavily populated. And I've
Right.
been to them. They're overrun and
Right.
they're
Well-
very touristy.
We're trying to control that.
Okay.
We're trying. We have a historic district. We have the Keweenaw National Historical Park, and there's checks and balances to kind of keep that from happening. We don't want to get bowled over, and we want to keep our historic buildings as much as possible.
Okay.
So, this is a very unique place, very unique in the whole entire nation. And these buildings, the old Lud's store, and you had candy here, right?
I
That
had
was
candy
exciting
here.
going in there, and
With my couple of pennies that our grandma gave us.
right.
Yeah.
And then the absolutely beautiful St. Paul the Apostle Church is just fantastic. Newly restored. It's about a 10 or 15-year project there. And then we have the depot, the Ellis Island of the Copper Country. That also is going to be restored. And these three buildings
I remember
are going to form a wonderful port of Calumet Village.
where I used to walk to a small grocery store for my grandma. But I don't think it was here.
Oh, there was just several, right? Every
Yeah, they
block
were
had
kind of
one.
in the area, because she always sent me there. I had to do errands for her. She went to Detroit at one point in time and worked at the Cranbrook School for Girls, and then she came back up here to live in her house. And I was in high school, so I was doing errands for her,
Right.
the banking and the grocery shopping. And I remember coming to a grocery store asking for salt pork. I don't know what she used that for. I think they cook it with it. It's an old time thing.
Right?
Yeah, they boil it. I don't know. To me, I was just the Aaron. And I also did her, I was only 13 or 14, did her banking and everything.
Right.
They trusted us kids with everything. Plus
Well-
let us roam the streets.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard those stories too.
Yeah.
Kids getting in all kinds of mischief, but
Oh, we used to go play at Red Jacket Chapel Mine because I lived by there, running through the ruins and
oh
stuff.
boy, do you remember the incident where the young girl fell into the mine hole
Yes.
and died?
Yes, her
Oh.
gravestone is up there.
Oh my lord, can you
that was
remember
in my
what that was
brother's
like
day.
when that happened?
But there used to be the runoff from the mine made that swimming pond where all the boys from town would go swimming,
Uh-huh.
and you had to pass it to get into Maple Grove. Because when we went to Maple Grove, we were always going to the number 5 dump
Right.
that way.
Well,
Number 5 dump no longer exists.
I just want to thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for staying here in Calumet Village.
This
And
is
we
Bugsy.
have a visitor. Do you know this
Yeah,
visitor?
Sure, we've been looking for her for days.
Oh, there she is.
Finally.
So anyway, thank you very much.
Do you know Jim Flood?